Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Deutschland. Welcome back to the Chanel number 5. No, we're not perfume. How is everybody doing this fine Monday evening? Tuesday morning, if you live on the opposite side of the planet. We're just chilling, hanging out, and doing a little winter farming here on Deutschland. Why are you not? There we go. I got some weeding done, or spraying done, I should say, last month. Doing a little fertilizing this month. Keep up with our animals. And try to make our way all the way to spring so we can put some more crops in the ground. I don't think we're going to get that far, but maybe, just maybe, we'll do a silage harvest. Grass, get some silage pumping in the bunker. Before the intro ran, I was saying I found out about a new VR accessory today. Could revolutionize your farming simulator gameplay. If only farming simulator officially supported VR. Maybe, just maybe, that's coming next. But what I saw today had to be the end-all be-all VR accessory for anyone that wants the ultimate in mobility immersion. Let me pull it up. I'm going to post it in chat so you guys can go and look at it yourself while I describe it. Because it looks cool. Called the Cat VR. Or more specifically, the Cat Walk C2. Take a look at this thing. You strap yourself to this pole. You walk on this half round dish with some special slickery shoes. And, well, you know when you park your tractor at the edge of the field and your harvester is at the other edge of the field and you need to go get out of the harvester and walk all the way across the field to get to your harvester? Well, there you are right there. There you are right there. Just running across. Oh, it's only $1,000. I mean, come on. This thing is crazy. No more sitting on your lonely butt. No, you gotta disable tab. You gotta disable tab. There you go, look at this. At any rate, I wanted to share it with you guys because I thought it was cool. Maybe someone out there also thinks it's cool. Like, I wonder if you have to walk or run to make the tractor go forward. Do you have to moonwalk to make it go backwards? I don't know, Sherry. I never did Skyrim, so I don't know. But yeah, I thought it was neat. Alright, that's it. That's all the fertilizing we need to do. Let's go put this thing away. I like this farm layout. I like these buildings. I always like buildings that have multiple levels where you can fully utilize the space. So I like this farm layout because we've got this upper part. And then we have the lower part. And just so I don't have to get out and walk a long distance, we're going to go ahead and drive up to the farmhouse. See, because, you know, with VR, we'd have to walk. See, now we don't have to walk that far. Candyman, what's up? Welcome. I think you popped in as I was trying to look up that that VR link. Oh, we got a little snow, Tukey. All right, let's check our critters, see how we're doing. Pigs are fine. Chickens are fine. Sheeps are fine. Cows are fine. Contracts, not good. What's on sale so Tukey can spend all his money? Nothing good. All right. Lazy February. We didn't have any fishing we could go do. Good morning, David. How are you? Oh, we have even more snow. Welcome to March. Ah, potatoes. We're not doing that. All right, we need to feed. I need to feed some critters. Oh, Tuki is too. You'll buy everything on sale. Oh, if that was a planter. I could use a planter. I don't need to see that. I think it works good. It's got lots of configuration options. I do wish we had a little higher powered engine. Then it could almost be your only tractor. All right, let's I want to get down to hay bales from here. I got the Unimog, so we'd have something with more HPs. And let's get some hay down from here. Four bales ought to do this. Again, I like how this building is set up with multiple levels. So we can use the upper level for hay storage. Switching. We're going to take these down a level to underneath the barn. All right, so that barn's got 3 levels. And up. There we go. Oops. I forgot how that worked. And then over here, we need to go into this And let's collect our manure. Come on. There it goes. There it goes. And here it comes. Watch out, cows. Move your legs. There we go. Alright, so they're good. They're good. They're still fine. They're still fine. Check our sales, check our contracts. All right, let's make it April. You know what we should do? We should run through town and see if there's any cool winter decorations. Gold member, thank you for your 1 month membership renewal. For being a member for a month is very, very appreciative. Many, many more, hopefully, to come. Alright, let's go to town. See if we have any cool winter decorations. The little town that we have. I really don't see any. I feel like that's an opportunity missed. What do you think? I need to look at that pinball mod for Wreckfest. Alright, what can we do? April, we can put corn in the ground, sunflowers. No planter. I need a planter. What should we get? Get this. What happened to my music? Did I buy this already? Got distracted. Yes. Alright, so for our pigs, we need corn or sorghum. Wheat's covered. Sunflowers. I need to put corn in the ground and sunflowers in the ground. Artemis, chill's going well. Thank you for the Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to you as well. As we learned last night, it's observed. I thought yesterday it was observed in the U.S., maybe North America, but it was observed in other countries too on second week of June. I thought it was observed at different times of the day, year. I better not get too close. Because the AI traffic is a little brake happy if you get too close. They freak out and they just slam on the brakes. Oh, when's the Australian Father's Day? Man, whoever's field that is, they really need to tend to it. Well, I think she's trying to tell you that you're supposed to observe both Mother's Days also. Is that not the case? Oh, so technicality. Technicality. Let me get this wine bag out of her way. Oh well, Hendrik, we also took out a light pole. So you're gonna have to come up with another holiday. So she gets 2. Yeah, that would be the proper thing to do. I was hoping this thing had the gusto to use this planter. Well, if you're smart, yes, that is indeed the case. Like today, mine drove, about 5-6 hours in the middle of the night to get home right before work, right before my work. And, so I think it was like from 2 a.m. to, she got here just before 8 a.m. And then went to bed right around noon. 12:30. Well, I woke her up at 5:30. I said, "What do you want me to cook for dinner?" Well, I figured that was better than waking her up at 5:30 and saying, "What are you cooking?" What do you think? Did I do a good job or bad? While we're waiting to hear back, let's talk about who's our farm barons for the night. Northern Farm Sim and David Korn. Thank you for being farm barons. This track is like right on the fringe of being able to do this. We should probably go get the Unimog. It's like it's fine, but it wants to shift. we're gonna go get the Unimog after this. Going downhill, it's fine. I didn't even see what its power requirements were. I still think it'd be cool if we had AI bicyclists. Like we've got AI traffic. Wouldn't that be cool? Just have random people riding bikes around. Oh, let's take another pull. I don't know, Hendrik, but I would say don't hold your breath. I think AI traffic is bad in just about anything. Alright, let's go, Morgan. Una Morgan. Oh, the visibility is not so great. Plus, there's not enough weight in the back. No, there's seed hopper on the front. Surprised it's driving this well. I don't know how you know, Donald. You're always behind me. That's the way you're supposed to drive, Hendrick. Well, I mean, when you're not behind me, it's because I'm in a lower class car, because, you know. We've already won. Speaking of, if you don't, check out our secondary channel, FK's Funhouse. Every Friday night we have Friday Night Wreckfest. Every Saturday night, or Sunday night, sorry. Every Sunday night we have ATS Convoy Night. There we go. No more stuck between two gears. There's only one way to farm, and that's full throttle, but we don't do fast farming here. We farm at the normal pace, just we drive around quick. Now, hopefully next week, next Tuesday to be exact, hopefully next Tuesday we'll have a lot to talk about. Back with respect to Farm Sim 22. Giants played around a lot with 22. Announcing things on the 22nd of the month, releasing things on the 22nd of the month, and that continued throughout its entire life with 22, all the way to the basically recap of FS22 that came out on May 22nd. Well, we see the reoccurrence of the numbers game, as I call it, and whatever comes next. Well, conveniently next week is an occurrence of the 25th falling on a Tuesday. Tuesdays have been news day cycles with Giants in the past. Tuesdays are typically DLC and game release days. So will we see, not tomorrow, but next week, will we see an announcement just a few days before FarmCon? I think the timing is perfect. Really, we're in a waiting game wait and see. Then the question is, when do they release? There's a November 22nd on a Tuesday. But we don't have a 25th on a Tuesday until, well, all the way up until February. Would they, could they hold off on releasing it till February just for the sake of having the numbers work out? Or could November 26th be close enough? What do y'all think? What's the word on the street? But nothing. Nobody knows. Oh, I think you can tell we are completely free-forming this one. No GPS for me. Indeed, Donald, we have nothing until we have something. Just saying. They had fun in 22 with the numbers. Will they try to do the same? Whatever comes next. Waylon, good evening. Scooter, it's like the Captain Obvious statement of the week. Chunk, 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 chunk. Pull this thing up. Sunflowers. All right, we need to go to field 40. The best way to do that is to go this way and then double up where the road merges. I don't think that's the right syntax, Scooter. Doesn't it usually give you some feedback? Okay, now we're good. All right, we're gonna put sunflowers in this field. But then I think we have one more field after this to put crop in. We got crop in those two. We gotta do 18. And then we'll do 40. That's grass. Oh, we got this little one to do. I don't know what we're gonna put in there. So small and awkward. What do y'all want to see come in the next edition of the franchise? I've talked before, I wanted to see buildable buildings. Taking the buildable roller coaster, taking the piano factory, the boat factory, and extending that and expanding that to basically farm buildings. I want to be able to put down a foundation and then deliver building materials and build up my farm from nothing. Llamas would be nice. Other sources for wool. Other uses for some of these products. Donald wants random breakdowns, flat tires. I mean, you want to merge Farm Sim and Car Mechanics Simulator? Where you gotta grease all your stuff. This feels like ultra bumpy over here. All gaming, I don't know what you put there. I don't know what ligers. I don't know what liggers. I don't know what that is. There we go. Oh, you want a liger? Lion-tiger mix? You want wild animals? You want a circus? There was a circus tent in Farm Sim 13. It was a deco object. Farm Sim 15 brought forestry into the mix. Well, I think technically Farm Sim 17 brought forestry. I think the concept was introduced in 15 and maybe a DLC. Cuttable trees. Imagine Farm Sim where we didn't have the ability to just cut down a tree. Used to exist. Used to be how it is. Imagine a farm sim where the farm was always static. Guaranteed static. Console players, you had to deal with it. You didn't like it? Suck it up, Buttercup. But then in 19 we got the ability to make changes to our farms. I didn't complain about that. I was just saying. It's like a merge between the two. In 17 we had chickens. They were just there. And they would spawn eggs that you would have to pick up. It was like a forever egg hunt for Easter. Well, you didn't have to feed them anything at least. How about a vet? Like animal medicine, animal diseases, animal sickness. Rodents. How about another animal on the farm that's actually useful? Cats to get rid of the rodents. If you don't have enough cats on the farm, then you get mice, rats. You lose grain. Foxes. Maybe you trap the foxes? No, they wouldn't do that. You trap the foxes, then you skin them and you go and sell the pelt. My grandfather used to do that a lot in the winter. We would do trapping. Get a whole bunch of traps. We'd wax them. You have this huge territory that we'd drive around in. Set traps, go around, check them in the morning, reset them. Sell the foxes that you got. I've not tried shifting focus. You mean the chicken farm here? That is a top delivery. See? You gotta deliver it to the top. Now there's this over here too. But I'm thinking that's where the eggs show up. So my guess is eggs show up here. But I think you need an auger to put it in the top. Oh, the auger doesn't work. Animal product stacking. Yeah, so this is where our eggs spawn. Unloading animal feed. Yeah. I mean, and you definitely own the place, right? Alright, let's go see what happens. It's not clearly marked when you didn't know the land. Ravenhawk, what's up? Artemis, I wouldn't mind seeing more. So back in FS15, I didn't get into the game until 17, but in 15 there was something called the soil mod. It introduced different types of nitrogen, or introduced nitrogen, phosphate, and something else. And depending on the crop, you had to have Right, some crops needed nitrogen, other crops needed phosphate. Sulfur. Maybe it's sulfur. And or you needed a certain mix. So it's been something that's come up a lot since FS15. As kind of hoping we would get back to that. I was kind of thinking maybe we would have something like that in 22 when early on we had different bags for fertilizers. Like we had a big bag fertilizer, we had pallets of fertilizer. Trying to figure out how to get to there from here. Potassium, that's it. Alright, there's a road here. We need to take that road. No. No, that's... The line I'm seeing is a railroad track. No, that won't work. This guy doesn't mind it. He owes me some things. So before we do that, let's add a big bag of wheat. And we'll make ourselves super capable of picking things up. So that is emptying into the coop. 100%. So Hendrick's suggestion definitely will work. I'm thinking maybe your auger's too low and it's shooting it under the trigger. That's what we're about to find out. Oh, oh. That's why. All right. BRB. I gotta close and relaunch the game because I teleported from underneath the silo. It did not like that. So we'll just fire it back up. But 100% the big bag over it worked. It's not really the best answer. Possibly a bucket. Telehandler with a bucket. Ravenhawk, if there's any news to be given, it will be published in the news section. Until then, we don't know anything. You're not a problem. Trust me, if I ignore problems, problems get ignored. Are you serious? There we go. That's working. Oh, it's got a fill level. Nice. Yeah, that worked. So, I don't know, I use the AGI auger, but any auger that can get above the trigger. And the trigger looks to be basically the same size as the top of the graphic there. Should work. Now we got more chickens. What auger did you use? I mean, not everybody probably has the AGI auger, but it is a free pack. Really downloadable. Also, maybe what version of the map are you using? I know the map got a few quick updates right after release. So it's possible that was resolved in one of those quick updates. I haven't been to a site to see if it's changed. Oh, because... well, chickens I would think would take it. But maybe he missed it. Maybe he misconfigured that silo. We're making our way over to field 18. Who needs a JCB when you got this thing? Speedy, not a problem. Glad you like the map videos. Glad you can make it for the stream. And glad we can help you figure out your issues. Which really aren't maybe your issues at all. It might be a map issue. Alright, this should be the last field we need to seed. Plant, whatever you want to call it. Then we'll move forward and see about mowing some grass. Putting in a silage bunker. We should probably store this planter over at the chicken farm. Given how wide it is, I don't think it'll really work that well over at our farm. Yeah, visually this map is stunning, right? And it's so interesting from a field layout, from a road layout, from a just a land layout. Yeah, it's pretty bad field over there. We're gonna have to double back on that corner. Like I said, hopefully the end of the week, end of the month, we'll be involved in some live multiplayer testing of a 16x map coming soon into Farming Simulator and PC in a 16x Nebraska lands. You played Farm Sim 19 and you played on Nebraska lands. Why is this turned on? Just imagine a 16x where you get to 4 times larger than the FS19's Nebraska lands. We're doing multiplayer testing live on the server with others. That'll probably occupy a few weeks of our time. I will not be traveling to FarmCon, but I do have a lead on a viewer of the channel that will be going to FarmCon, and hopefully we can get some FarmCon footage from them to share with you guys. Don't have word yet if FarmCon is going to have streaming sessions. I'll be asking Giants tomorrow as to if the sessions will be streamed or not, and if so, if they will be available in English. Last year they were not, but the year prior they were. And if the sessions are being streamed, then I will try to capture those and kind of piece together an informational video of today at FarmCon. We did that a few years ago. Try to be a one-stop shop for a summary of FarmCon daily events, daily sessions. Because I think everyone's hoping that Giants soon makes an announcement, and that FarmCon will be loaded with additional information about that announcement. Because I have to say, if we make it all the way through FarmCon without an announcement, then it'll be a sad year for many people, including myself. Yeah, Ravenhawk, you weren't here earlier when I made the quote of the day that we don't have anything until we have something. Or we have nothing until we have something. Very, very prophetic. It's a wise statement to be able to make. Next at the FK merch shop will be a inspirational daily calendar. 365 days of inspirational statements just like that. Printed on a nice soft 2-ply tissue. So you'll have a year's worth of cleaning potential with all that BS. Scooter, not quite. How about you've gone nowhere till you've arrived somewhere? Your destination is merely a stopping point. There you go. I can be here all night. Shifting focus. If this is your first stream, this is what we do. This is what we do all night. Well, not all night. For 2 hours. We just chill. We just hang out. Shoot the breeze. See where the conversation takes us. Not a corner that is recommended for this fine establishment. Calm down. Take care of this. Yeah. There we go. Show it over there. Oh, we can't make that turn. Squeeze through. All right. Grass is not tall enough. Should be good now. Oh, indeed, shifting focus. The creativity that folks have come up with is absolutely amazing. Oh, this is how we were supposed to get here. Oh, shoot, there's a gate there. And what's really amazing, right, is that the engine, the game engine, is that forgiving or that allowing for that level of customization and creativity to occur. Right? There's not a whole lot that you're pigeonholed into. This, drive past the mill, come up to the farm from the back way. What really excites me is there's a bunch of new modders, a bunch of new mappers that have come out in the recent year and a half. Things are not stagnant at all towards the end of what likely is the end of FS22's product cycle. Just last week we had 5 maps in 5 days. I think we're approaching 380 maps overall in our FS22 playlist. I'd have to go back and look and see where we were in 19. off town we go. I do have plans to change it up a bit in whatever comes next with respect to map tours. Talked a little bit about it in the past. I keep it still a little vague until whatever happens does happen. Mervin, what's up? Yeah, one thing we are going to do is try to more formalize the process. Process is fairly formal now, but there is still some level of free form that results in sometimes doing things either out of order or missing entirely. Some things we may take out, some things we may add. The overall goal is to try to continue to cover as much as we can in as short a time as possible, which means we've got to be pretty condensed, pretty concise, and following a very fixed formula of how to convey said information. I think it might work. Fine when you're out of the town. I think being in town might drag it down a bit because of all the bit different textures, but I think once you get out of town, then it might be fine. Well, Sherry, the reason I miss it is because I like to use the field lease screen because it shows you in one table form the sizes of all the farmland, right? And I feel that that's important, at least for some folks. How big are the farmlands? It's a question I would get asked before I started including that, so somebody cares. And then the field calculator, which basically is between, right? So farm lease is right above the precision farming one. The calculator Fuel calculator is right below it. But I feel if there's people that want to see how big are the fields, because the farmlands don't always represent field sizes. And then it's just so easy to just go down to the next thing below that list. But maybe in whatever comes next, precision farming will be built in. There'll be a toggleable option, something that can be enabled or disabled. Alright, there we go. I mean, I don't know if anybody else really covers soil map. I feel pretty confident that not a lot of people really covered the soil maps the same way in their precision farming coverage. Basically showing all the different soil maps. So that did take a little manipulation to expose those. I don't even remember how I did it now. I have to refigure it out again. More different types of soil. I mean, I don't really know too much about soil and the different types. I would probably be very accurate and say everything I learned about soil types I learned from FarmSim. Right. To know the 4 soil types we have, how universal are those across Europe, across the US, across South America, Australia? How many other soil types? I think at one point in time I would try to research it, and I think I came up with like a crazy number of soil types. So it goes down to maybe the oversimplification of things, the gamification, as I call it. Where we're more or less simulating the concepts, but simplifying it for the common gamer. for the kid, for the city slicker that doesn't know what grass really feels like between their toes. I am surprised that we've yet to really see a mod come out that lets you drop in a geo. The way the maps are built, the calendar, the weather, the crops, and all that are all built into the map. So to change those parameters, you have to change the file in the map, which is different from 19. The default geo was built into the season's mod, and I guess it was easier to inject a different set of files over top of a mod. So it would be nice to see in whatever comes next a return of that capability, stripping it out of the map. Or being able to overwrite the map's defaults. That would be interesting. We talk about the soil mod for 15 and the different fertilizers. Not only how they would interact with different crops, but also how they would interact with different soils. Moisture, right? Soil moisture for planting and seeding and working in the field. A mod I really liked in 17. It never was fully released, was kind of in testing. I was using it. Was soil compaction. And it was something I hoped would come in 19 as a mod, but never did. But in 17, you basically had to plow after every 3 harvests, no matter what. Well, the soil compaction mod took that mechanic of plowing after 3 harvests and converted it over to a soil compaction level of basically 3 levels of soil compaction: light, medium, and heavy. And with light compaction, you didn't have to plow in order to remove compaction because you didn't have any. Under medium compaction, You still didn't need to plow, but you needed to use a kind of a medium till cultivator. Something more than a power harrow. And then under heavy compaction, you 100% needed to plow or use something that would rip up the soil, really dig down in there. And the ways you obtained compaction was you would either do field work on a field that had wet soil. So if the soil was too wet, the ground moisture was too high, then you would increase your risk of compaction. If your vehicle was a certain weight and your tread patch, the contact patch of your tires was not big enough, then you would increase your compaction. So the two ways to combat that were to, one, lower the air pressure on your tires to flatten them out a little bit, increase that surface pressure, or increase that surface size, thus decreasing the surface pressure per square inch, per square millimeter, centimeter, however you want to measure. Or add duals, or any combination of those. So if you add duals to your tractor, well then you've now doubled your contact patch. You've in essence halved the weight per square inch on your field. Tracks would have a huge benefit in compaction because they have such a large contact patch. They have a very low pounds per square inch of soil pressure. So it made you think, it made you be like, well, I need to wait until the ground dries up a little bit before I get out in the field, because I'd rather not have soil compaction. Compacted soil resulted in a lower yield for your next crop, etc. I'd like to see soil compaction come back. Tire wear would be interesting, but I think it's so slow that would anybody really see it? Or would it be accelerated to the point where it was just ridiculously unrealistic? Like, I have to buy new tires every year? That wouldn't work out. You have to buy a new set of tires every 2 or 3 or 4 years. How many players end up going that far on a game save? We also had in seasons for 19 the idea of crop moisture with respect to seeding. If you seeded and the ground was too dry, you would have the risk of failed germination. It gave you an actual risk, actual potential to lose. Maybe you had a really dry spring. You didn't get the rain you needed, so you again had poor germination. Your field might come out splotchy, or certain parts of the field just didn't germinate, didn't grow at all. Let's see that come back. All right. Those are our 2 grass fields. We're gonna go windrow these, and the next time we come back, we'll probably be collecting these, putting them in a bunker, compacting the grass. Try to get some silage working so we can make some TMR later. Farm Sim Canuck, what's up? We're just about wrapping up for the night. Approaching our 2 hours. I mean, I think crop loss would be nice. Maybe if you had a bad storm and you had some crop blow over, you have lower yield. You know, oops, well, bad things happen to good people sometimes. One more down. Farm Sim Canuck? I don't think so. I mean, I'm sure you can find similarities somewhere, but sometimes a map is more than simply the sum of its parts. All the buildings on this map are unique, custom buildings. And as such, they give the map a very unique feel. The terrain, the road network, landscaping. I mean, the only maps that really have the same overall feel are the maps that are from the same guy. Kalish Farmer 24, welcome. I was just saying we are really just about ready to wrap it up for the night. Approaching our 2-hour time frame and try to keep it at 2 hours of your time. Plus, I can't stay up super late. Gotta get ready to hit the sack so I can go to work tomorrow. So I think that is where we are going to leave it for the night. Keep an eye on the mod hub tomorrow. If Giants drops a map or maps tomorrow, we will be working on those and getting those published out tomorrow night. If Giants does not publish a map tomorrow, I do not plan on streaming tomorrow. I do have off all day Wednesday, so we'll be streaming Wednesday night no matter what, because we'll have plenty of time to do any map videos if Giants does release a map on Wednesday. And remember, Friday night we do Wreckfest over on our secondary channel, FK's Funhouse. It's always a great time to just chill out, hang out, and have some fun. And until next time, happy farming.